Welcome to Brunettes Who Bitch, where the sports are hot, the takes are hotter, and we don't hold back because life's too short to sugarcoat anything.
Every sports fan has that one rival team that makes their blood boil, the one that ruins friendships, causes family group chat wars, and makes you consider throwing a remote at your TV. Today we're diving into the most heated fan feuds in sports, ending with a focus on the upcoming Devils vs. Rangers showdown, and we're not holding back. Yay, rivals!
Before we start, can we talk about how predictable March Madness has been?
Dude, I was going to say that.
I'm following up last week's episode because it's been mid.
And the mildness continues. The mildness continues.
What do you mean we have all one seeds in the Final Four? That's miserable.
That's really miserable.
Arkansas to pull it off so bad.
I thought they were. I really thought they were up by 10 with like 11 minutes left. I knew that was too much time. But
also, shout out to Kate for having 3 of 4 Final Four corrects based off
my
of
bracket.
Vibes.
I was rooting for Alabama last night, and I was like, "Roll Tide, let's go!" And I had people tagging me on like Dixieland Delight, whatever that song is, like they sing at the football games. Even though it's, I think, isn't that song about like Tennessee or something like that?
The band's called Alabama.
Okay, that makes so much sense. Just because people tagged me in that, I'm just like, isn't this song like people argue all the time, like it's about Tennessee or something like that?
Roll Tide,
baby, but we lost.
I just want to win the bracket pool at work.
I don't want you to win the bracket pool at work.
I do, because I could get a couple $100 if I do that. Like, that's literally all I care. I don't even care who wins.
Simply because she chose based off of whether the names were cool or not, or if,
Yeah.
like if they fit the vibe.
I was like, which name is cooler?
That's solely the reason why I want you to
I
win.
chose Duke,
right?
Because I was thinking about a dog. I was like, I don't know any dogs named Duke, but if I had a dog, I would probably name it Duke.
I support that.
Like, the logic didn't make any sense. It was just first thought in my brain. I said, yeah, that one. I don't care. I don't know.
That sounds like me picking my bracket, but mine's toast now.
So yeah, but that's another fun, like the best part, like we're talking about like fan bases and rivalries right now, and like being a UNC fan, seeing Duke advance yesterday, speaking of Bama losing, pisses me off. I like, they're good, I'll give them that, but man,
my brother is definitely like dancing around the house right now. His Duke made it.
So should we get into it? Because I want to start with NHL. And I know we're going to talk about the Devils Rangers to end the podcast, but I want to talk about the Rangers really quickly because they did something fucked up.
Oh, and Mac!
Macklin.
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
I feel so bad for him. He's 18. He doesn't know how insurance works yet.
Okay,
poor guy.
So, Samantha,
Ashley,
you guys played San Jose.
correct
yesterday.
Correct. And that's how we got the wild card spot, and then we lost it again today. Anyway,
as your bus was leaving, it hit Macklin's car.
Like literally, like just scraped the shit out of it.
Yeah. There's like videos of him from like fans that were like kind of like a couple feet away
on his phone.
So I don't know if you can see, but his car is literally all scuffed up.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw a picture somewhere else that it was like an even better.
It's all just scuffed.
I can't.
It's too funny. There's literally like a video of him standing outside of somebody's truck, just being like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Who knew buses can cause chaos?
And then, like,
he had
to
dang.
Go home. Yeah. He had to go home and go to sleep because he had to get on a plane today.
Yeah, he had to fly to Los Angeles today or something.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like, yeah, no. See, do we blame the Rangers or do we blame the bus driver? That's the question, because
we blame the Rangers.
Says the Devils fan.
Well, I just know that the whole insurance aspect of that is going to be a pain in the ass, because they're going to be
just have to go to the bus company. The bus company will straight up just be like, hey,
the bus was hired by the Rangers organization to transport them, so like, are they liable?
Technically, the bus company will be liable because the driver is not hired by the Rangers if that's the case. So the bus company is liable, not the team.
I'm still
If that's
gonna
how
vote
it
for
works, because
Rangers.
I highly doubt that they fly a bus driver to everywhere that they freaking go
Oh,
to drive
no.
a charter bus.
The
I
Rangers
feel like
might
it's
be
just the
extra
same
enough
bus
for
driver. I
that.
feel like each NHL team has like their guest team driver. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna be so honest. There was a game last year when I was walking to Prudential from the Newark Penn, and these two like charter buses just drive right past us, and there's like pieces of paper taped to the outside and it just says Ottawa Senators. The fuck?
The book?
The fuck? It was too
But
funny.
So,
yeah.
Just casually driving with a paper
So-
taped to your window.
it's a very fun way to start this episode.
You want to
Poor
know what's a
Macklin.
really fun way? Wait, hold on. You know what's a really fun way? So I'm the only Rangers fan in this entire chat right now, okay?
I can't wait
So-
for that part of this episode.
But
We're
I just
gonna have
want
a
to let
blast.
everyone know. What do you guys call the Rangers? Because I had to ask Matt this.
The
Like, have you
Rags!
ever? Okay, where's the N? Where's the N? R-A-N-G.
I'm not gonna call them
There's
the Rangs.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
that's
no.
the correct spelling of
No.
it.
Like, if you want to be technical, you guys are the blue shirts. Like, you guys call each other the blue shirts. But to
No
us,
shit,
you're
because we were
rags.
blue.
Yeah.
But
Your
to us,
blue
you're
shirts
rags.
we use as rags. Oh! Wait. Did I just like connect the dots?
Girl was calling them the Rags without even realizing why they were being called Rags in the first place.
Well, we knew why we called you the rags.
I just thought it was
No, but, like, it was-
derogatory.
It was so funny because I'm looking at like the chat where we were talking about like planning this episode, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, who the hell are they talking about? And they're like, the Rangers. I go, ma'am, you're missing an N. There are
Bro, she sassed us so hard.
And I'm sitting here and like,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
like
post it on
everyone
Twitter.
calls you
can
that.
Go check it out there.
I literally go,
Everyone calls
everyone's
you that.
calling you that. And I had to converse with Matt because I'm like, have you ever heard of this in your life? He goes, absolutely not. And he knows more Rangers than I do.
You guys are Ranger fans. You're not against you guys.
Well, if I should I put it on Twitter and put a poll and just be like, have you guys ever heard of this before?
Yes.
But you
I'll
guys
do
can't
it.
vote because you're biased. No, you can't vote. You threes are not allowed.
do my own.
I'll do my own. No, you're a full Devils fan base. You can't do that. That's also bias.
Retweet it.
Also, biased.
Also
Although, I would
biased.
be retweeting
Okay.
it to my
Anyway,
mutuals. who are
carrying
also
on.
Devils.
So
We will
that's
come
how-
back
Yeah,
to
that's how you know.
Rangers Devils later. We're gonna do some predictions. We're gonna do some debates. It's gonna be fun.
That's how you know
Um,
how this part of the episode's gonna go.
Any other NHL?
that was just a
a little teaser.
teaser.
Arguing over spelling.
Real.
Welcome to Brunettes Who Bitch. Any other NHL fan feuds? I know there's a lot of rivalries. There's a lot of random rivalries.
Yeah, there are rivalries that I like wasn't even aware of until somebody was like, "Oh yeah, like that's a rival team." I'm like, "The fuck?" Like there's only like two rivalries that I'm like actually aware of, and it's Devils and Rangers, and then the Habs and the Bruins.
You want to touch on that one a little bit?
I can try. That's like,
try.
that's like another one of those rivalries where like I know it's a thing, but
But
like
that's it.
that's all I know. And I think it's just because they're both part of the original six, right? That and just like everyone hates Boston, and I feel like the fan base for Montreal is like, yeah, fuck those guys. We're gonna
I
hate
think the
them
fan base
even
for
more.
Montreal is just like fuck those guys to everybody. But
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
There's also the Flames versus the Oilers, which is the Battle of Alberta.
yeah.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
And it's historically nasty with some of the most violent on ice moments,
Yo, drop the
As
gloves. I want to see
well-
it.
as well as fans would egg the violence on with signs that say, like, I came for blood and stuff. And, like, we all know I love a good hockey fight. I believe there should be violence in hockey.
That was
Last
like when
night's
the
game-
That was like
Mm.
when the Devils and Rangers, Devils and Rangers met last year when they egged on Rempe and the puck just dropped. 6 guys, 3 Rangers, 3 Devils dropped
was
the
all
gloves and
5.
started fighting.
yeah,
my
all
bad.
five.
My bad. But even then,
It was all 5.
hysterical.
That was it was what, like 2-3 seconds into the game and they already
Not
had
even,
like
the puck
over
just
100 penalty
dropped.
minutes.
Left the ref's hands, gloves dropped. So yeah.
They said,
Fight.
"There's a hockey game going on." Nah.
I remember that
I went
game.
to a fight and a hockey game broke out.
I literally was trying to do yoga when that puck dropped, and I was like, never mind.
Did you just say you were trying to do yoga?
Yeah, I was trying to do yoga while the game was on, and the puck dropped, and there was a full-blown fight, and I was like, never mind.
There are 2 different types of people when watching hockey. People who are doing like a relaxing thing, and then there's me where I'm literally sitting there, my heartbeat racing, just sitting.
I was doing it because I was doing the 75 soft challenge at the time, and I had to do like 45 minutes of exercise, and I hadn't done it yet that day. So the yoga was going to be my 45 minutes of exercise, but it didn't happen because I was too busy watching them all fight.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
They did the cardio for you. They said, "We got you."
Yeah, they did it for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so which fan base is more insufferable after a win?
Are we any sport or in
No,
general?
no, stay hockey.
Stay hockey.
So just out of any NHL team though.
Yes.
Can I say Phillies for every single sport because I just don't like Philly? Because I feel like Philly fans, no matter what sport it is, they're insufferable.
That's
I can't
real.
wait for us to talk about baseball.
Oh,
See, this is a good question to think about because I know that there's like times where I'm like, wow, I can't fucking stand. I mean, the first one that comes to mind is the Canes. I can't.
I was gonna
fucking
say the
stand fan
Canes.
base.
They're
Oh.
insufferable.
They're
I-
awful.
wait, I can back that up.
I feel
Yeah.
bad because there are some Canes fans who are like, don't include me in this narrative, and I'm like, I'm sorry, like I have to.
The Canes last year are the organization that bought all of their tickets so that Rangers fans don't buy their tickets for the
Yeah.
playoffs.
That was so stupid.
I
Like-
will never forget. And it still ended up having Ranger fans in the stands too. So that's
I thought Florida did that too, but
Yeah.
not with. Yeah, that was.
it
so
became like a
stupid.
common thing. I think the Canes did it first, and I think
I
like
think
Florida
you're
followed
right,
suit,
yeah.
or vice versa. But regardless of the fact, that's petty.
Yeah, and it's stupid.
Okay, piggybacking. If you could ban one NHL fan base from your arena forever, who would it be?
Philly.
Yeah, it's always fuck Philly.
Yes, Sam.
I can't even argue with that. Like, I'm not even that deep into the lore, but it's always fuck Philly.
So, like, you're from New York. You were literally raised to hate Philadelphia.
Yeah,
And Buffalo.
I think
Buffalo.
because I'm like an upstate New Yorker, it didn't really like click for me until I
Correct.
like really got into sports. And then I'm like, wow, yeah, fuck Philly.
But when you're
I
raised
still-
in a city, it's like you are distinctly raised. Like, you do not like Philadelphia. End of story.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Well,
no.
I was telling someone the other day, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'll ever go to Philadelphia for a game.
So I went to a concert in Philly, like the NFL stadium, like Lincoln, whatever they have it. And my sister-in-law was literally going, fuck the Eagles. And I go, I'm not trying to die here. Like, can we not start a fight?
We can't say things like that.
I was like, can we not start a fight here? Like, I'm in the middle of Philadelphia. We have the Flyer Stadium here. We have Phillies over here. Let's not do that. People were doing Eagles chants too. So I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Were they spelling it wrong like their mayor?
EALGES, Eagle. That's
get
even
you.
more embarrassing. Like,
was the
that's your fan
funniest
base,
thing
not
ever.
ours. That's your fan base. Keeper.
Okay, last one, then we can move on to a different sport. Do NHL fans actually enjoy the fights, or is
Absolutely.
it just tradition?
Absolutely. No.
I see. That's the one thing I personally love a good fight. Like every single time a player is like throwing fists, I'm like, yeah,
I'm like,
fight!
fuck him up. Let's
But
go.
literally, but I was talking to one of my coworkers the other day, and she was like, I don't really like the fights because it sets a bad example for kids, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I love him.
Hockey is
I
the most
think-
him
physical sport
harder.
out there.
Yeah,
Hit him harder.
I'm like, make him bleed.
I
But,
think
like,
I think if there's a valid reason for the fight, then like I'm all for it. But if you just start dropping gloves because they looked at you wrong or they
Yeah.
oh he poked me, then I'm like you're stupid.
Dude, people were going up to Matt Rempe because he started creating a reputation for himself that people started egging him on just so they can fight the kid. The kid is just a rookie, and he got into more fights than I think veterans on the team last
He
year.
had so many penalty minutes.
Kid
was
got,
gonna be
kid
a
got
fucking
kicked out for a
PG
game
at
in
one
fighting.
point. Like one of the main reasons why I didn't I'm not a huge Rempe fan, but that's simply because obviously he gets into a lot of fights, and that's not always his fault. But you also have to look at the league and be like, why the fuck are you letting this kid get into so many fights? It's gonna cause so many internal issues and injuries, and it's stupid. And that's all I have to say on it.
I agree. It is stupid, but give me all of the fights. Not the same person.
Oh, yeah,
Give me all the different
give
fights.
us some variety. It's so funny. I want to see a Luke Hughes fight.
Oh God!
I'm
The
sorry.
day
did you see
that
his
happens,
face when he
the
got
day
punched
that
in the
happens,
face?
I'll be deceased. You'll
He was
literally have to
offended
call
that
me
he
an
got punched.
ambulance.
He wasn't trying to fight. He was offended.
He got punched. He literally
He was
was so offended. He was like,
like, me? You're gonna hit me?
"Did you really just do that? What team was it? That was Ottawa because we were at that game. Oh my god."
Yes. So like,
And I literally have a video of him talking to the ref, being like, "Did you fucking see that?"
I don't know.
There's that one video of him talking to a kid, and he's like, "Oh, I don't get into fights. I'm too scared." And I'm like, "Yeah, we can fucking tell."
Throw a
I
punch
think-
back, Luke.
So, my first ever hockey game was the FDNY NYPD game. And if anyone's in New York can attest that that's the most physical hockey game ever.
Those
It's
are
the biggest
fantastic.
rival, I should say. That's actually perfect touch to this part of the episode. I physically saw, I forgot which side, this is years ago. I physically saw one of the players take off his skate trying to stab the other player.
They get insane.
Yeah,
FDNY,
there was
NYPD.
Crazy.
there was a fight in almost every single play. Body checks were crazy, tripping, hook, anything that you can think of. Yeah, happened.
That's crazy.
Literally insane. Okay, well, I literally make TikToks that are bring me more hockey violence. So
I don't condone violence, but yes, I do.
Unless it's in a hockey stadium, then yeah.
Yeah, because it's expected with hockey. Football, yeah, you tackle a bitch, whatever. Baseball,
football got
you wouldn't
soft in
expect
recent
that.
years.
Football did get
That's the thing
soft.
I was gonna say. I don't see a lot of football fans don't come at me. I don't see a lot of toughness nowadays. It's more
There's not.
strategy.
There's not.
There's
Even my
not.
fiance, who's a major football fan, he's played football, he, die hard. He can even say that everything is soft. You touch a QB once, up, roughing the passer easily.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
They're also just built different. Football players, they run a specific way, they have a soreness, they're out for a couple of weeks. Fucking hockey players will take a puck to the face, go get stitched up, come back in the same period and score a goal.
or
The
break their
fuck?
ankle
You
and
get
still play an
slammed
entire
into the
game.
boards and you're immediately back up, bitch. I'd be taking 3 weeks to recover. What is there? It's insane.
Well,
Anyways.
I guess that we moved on to football.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, literally.
Go there.
We're gonna
Let's
go.
make that little transition.
Let's go there. So iconic feuds, I guess, would be Giants Eagles, which is a big one.
Fuck the Eagles.
Distinctly that. There's distinctly always disgusting fights when the Giants play the Eagles. Doesn't matter if it's here or in Philly. It's not a game you ever want to go to. There's also the Cowboys versus everyone because we just all hate the Cowboys.
Yeah, I refuse to think that Cowboys fans are actually Cowboys fans willingly. I truly believe that they're forced into it some way, somehow.
No,
Held at gunpoint, you will be a Cowboys fan.
You have no choice.
Why are
Can
you a
I-
Cowboys fan?
can I just say, not like just football in general, but like all sports, I will see certain teams and I'm like, do they really have fans? Like these people aren't like being paid.
Oh, but man, funny. We were watching a TV show the other day, like Landman. Freaking, they had the Cowboys owner in it.
Hello?
I'm sitting,
That's
and
random.
it panned to the TV, and me and Matt go, why? Why? Maybe hate the episode. No, like, I don't know. But yeah, I say Cowboys versus everyone. I don't know who the biggest rival for the Jets would be. I would say the Patriots maybe or the Bills, but I feel like everyone hates the Bills too if you're a New Yorker. So
If you're a New York City person, you hate the Bills.
Touche.
However, I am endeared by Josh Allen, so I do not hate the Bills.
Yeah.
I can't say that because Matt listens to the podcast and he yelled at me the last time where I said I stand Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld. So I
Matt,
plead the fifth on that one.
we're sorry, Matthew.
Okay, Sam, we know what you think.
I'm not.
I'm also.
I'm like, I don't even know the guy, and I just said, I'm not. Anyways.
But I think we're all in agreement here, like when it comes to like the most irritable NFL team fan bases. If we do like 3, 2, 1, we all say Eagles.
Eagles, Raiders, Browns. The Raiders are also a really annoying fan base.
I was like,
Oh
you
my
was like, you
God.
really think so?
They're just
See,
rowdy.
one of my coworkers is a Raiders fan, and so he actually had a former Raider come in a couple of months ago, and now he has like this booth that was the same number as him, that is like literally designated for this player's. Like he has fucking merchandise over there, and he put like he's insane,
Mm.
but like I mean he's dedicated, but he's insane.
See, I also think, now I'm thinking about it, the Bills fan base can also be overwhelming, and I mainly think it's because like their tailgate videos, like
Bills Mafia, baby.
the amount of times that they go through plastic tables a season, man. I kind of want to keep a tally. I really hope that someone like keeps track of how many tables are broken each season because
That'll
Oh,
be your
really
job next year,
contributing
Samantha.
to the economy.
that's gonna be
when
my
you
job
buy
next year. I don't go to Bills games, so how the fuck am I supposed to do that?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
But like, I also know one of my friends from college. He went to, I don't know if it was a Bills game or it was like the Giants versus Bills or Jets versus whatever it is. He tried to jump through a table and missed it completely and shattered his arm. So stay not a
Oh.
Bills fan, everybody. So
See, I feel like it also like you could just use common sense and not jump on a table.
oh yeah, no,
like-
it's football. It a tailgate. People are all
Yeah.
doing senseless things. Like that's the part of it. Like also that's kind of like the fun of it too, but
Yeah. See, I
love a
can't
good
really talk
tailgate.
because I'd be the type of person like I love an elevated surface. That's for sure. But like you would find me
She said,
standing
I
up
want
there
to shake
eating
my
a hot
ass on
dog.
the top of the bar.
Find
Yeah,
Katie at a
Coyote
stage on the top of the
style,
bar.
like, I would be shaking ass on the table. I wouldn't be jumping on it.
Fair enough.
I would
You
probably
might
have a
jump on
hot
it.
dog in one hand and a drink in the other, and I'd be like,
That's a
"Yeah,
mood.
woo." And
Oh,
then when
that's
I
a
would
mood.
be time to get down, I'd be like, "Okay, let me finish the hot dog, and then I'll get down.
Somebody help me.
I need at least one hand."
But yeah, I'll say my 2 irritable fan bases would be Eagles, Bills, my top 2.
Eagles.
I don't watch enough football.
I was gonna say I don't really.
So
like,
we're just
that's
gonna
the one
do
thing
Eagles for
about-
Lauren by default.
Sure.
Yeah,
And
I'll
for
also do
Katie.
Eagles by default because fuck Philly. That and like
Fuck
I
Philly.
I just there are certain people who are Philly fans, and I'm like, I can't fucking stand you. Like, we remember the Super Bowl when I had to work, and I had this one table full of Eagles fans, and they left me the shittiest fucking tip ever. Fuck Philly. I hate you.
Fuck Philly, she said.
We also started like our podcast around that time. We also kind of
Yeah.
started everything around that time. So we just go, all right, what's everyone's predictions? I hope both teams lose. So
Yep.
I'm still dying at the tip too.
Anyway.
The shitty fucking
Philly.
tip. Fuck you. I'll show
Fuck
you a
fuck
tip.
Philly. Fuck your fan base.
Yeah, I've got a gun.
If any of your Eagles fans or Philly fans in general, I kind of apologize.
Skip to this time.
Skip all of that.
We should make a clip like in the beginning where it's like, if you are a Phillies fan, we highly recommend that you skip to 26 minutes and 4 seconds so you can avoid being embarrassed by the hatred of the Eagles and Philly teams.
Because we're going to talk about the Phillies. So, like, it's literally going to be like, if you are a
We're just
Phillies
gonna-
fan, we
we
suggest
should
you
just, like,
don't
film-
listen to this episode.
Oh, I'm
Just
excited when we
like
get to the
a
Phillies talk.
disclaimer at the beginning. Be like, if there's any Philadelphia fans, you're not safe here. I'm so sorry. Like,
Nothing
except
we
they're
don't
not-
we don't hate you, but we do.
See, my friends are Phillies fans. Like, not Phillies, but like Philly, like Eagles and whatever else. I tolerate them because they're not like assholes.
They're not
But, like,
annoying
if they're-
Philly fans.
Right. Like, my one friend, Dom, who's like a major Eagles fan, like, die hard, like, he goes off on games, but I can't be with him if he's playing like the Jets or something like that because him and Matt will most likely fight. But Matt will also probably just be like, I give up. The Jets suck. I don't know.
Well, that's like Becky is a big Eagles fan, and she's the only Eagle fan to tolerate. She's annoying and very obnoxious about it, but like jokingly.
She was actually really adorable in the story that you posted when they won, or like when they were
Oh my
going to
God,
go to
she
the
was
Super Bowl.
so excited.
Oh my god.
I was not
But-
excited. She was so excited.
Yeah.
It was cute though.
It was cute. Rebecca, we love you.
You know who's also cute? This photo right now of Mr. Met just. Yes,
I
it
think
was
I
a baseball
mentioned it-
transition.
But very quickly, I'm still going to talk about Mr. Met because I think I mentioned this in the group chat, how at the game last Saturday, it was Mascot Madness. I don't know what came across me, but I literally looked and I looked to my friend and I go, why is Mr. Met kind of hot?
Yo, they made him Jack this year. Like, if
That-
you look
I
at
was,
the arms.
I was looking straight as, like, right at his butt. I'm not going to lie.
No, Mrs. Met.
I am
think,
no better than a man.
like, Mrs. Met, too. She got it going. I'm like,
She is double cheeked up. Like, whose birthday is it? Because she brought the cake.
She distinctly brought the cake.
oh, God. Okay.
Oh my God.
Who made their costumes? It's like same
I
thing
don't
with
know, but thank you.
MJ with his
Dude,
freaking abs.
The six
When-
pack, like I literally during the game started like a hear me out list.
I
And I was
literally
like, you're getting put on it. You're getting put on it.
I think Ashley knows this. I was looking for jobs last year or like a couple years ago, and I came across that they were looking for a Mrs. Met, and I was like,
Did
I debated
didn't
it.
apply?
bro, the like qualifications were not me. They wanted like theater like experience. You needed to have like stage presence or something like that. The pay I might say is also ridiculous.
Was it
Like
terrible?
bad or ridiculously good?
Not like okay, so for a mascot, how much do you think a mascot would get paid for like a professional organization? So let's say the Mets.
Like hourly or
It was salary when I looked at it.
salary? I would probably guess like 40,000 a year.
I was gonna say like 50 to 60.
They were getting like 80, 85.
Whoa!
And that's like a
Sign
seasonal thing
me
too.
up.
But like they have to go to like practices, they have to do like different sessions, they have to travel, they have to do this, they have to do that. Like they were in Florida for spring training. So like
You know, that makes so much sense as to why teams have mascots. And like you see them, you're like, wow, like the team is losing so bad, but you still have so much energy. Yeah, you
Yeah.
would too for
Can we-
$85,000 a year.
yeah.
I
Again,
want to know who's in the gritty costume. That takes some.
They
serious
better be
dedication.
getting paid like at least 150.
He
wait,
is
let's look it up.
unhinged.
Let's look it up.
Oh my goodness.
Does Blick, but he does charge around $3,000 for a 40-minute appearance.
Damn.
But if you look at like, yeah, like that's crazy. He's a high in demand mascot.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Wow.
But anywho, so yeah, so
That's
since we're
very
on like the
big.
topic
40
of-
minutes with Gritty.
So I guess
yeah,
stay tuned for our Hear Me Out mascot episode because that will be happening.
yeah, no, it has to happen now. Has to happen now.
Oh yeah,
but
for sure.
yeah, that was my little transition into the baseball thing, and we can start with the Phillies Mets because that's always been a rival, no matter how many years, whether it's relevant to last year to like years ago. Like this has been a rival for ever.
I was gonna say I have
Forever.
3 rivalries in baseball that I think we should touch upon.
Okay. Well, I
That's
know one of
one.
them's obviously a Yankees one.
Yankee Sox,
Okay.
Dodgers Giants.
Oh.
Hmm.
I sometimes forget that the Giants are also the name of a baseball team.
See, if you know, there's a
Well, that's
lot of
like
teams
they're
that also share
way over
names.
there.
Like we have the Panthers,
Texas Rangers.
Giants,
The Rangers.
Jets. You talk about New York or Winnipeg? Let me know.
Well, who
Literally.
talked about Winnipeg winning willingly?
Touche.
That's valid.
People from Winnipeg, that's about it. Manitoba. Psh, I don't know.
But
Just thought of the TikTok audio.
Manitoba.
Manitoba.
but
right, so
yeah, so Yankees
Mets
Sox.
for Phillies. Let's start.
Wow.
No.
Okay. We're gonna do that. That was wild. I was just like, yeah, Yankees Sox. It's just like, yeah, Mets Phillies. I'm all right. Shit.
Let's
Shit.
get started.
We go opposite.
Oh, this is chaos
Whoops.
today. I love it. I love it.
It is. This is absolute chaos.
I love it so much because we're all riled
In like
up.
the best way possible.
Agreed.
But your 2 NL teams, NL East teams,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an hour and a half away from each other.
Oh, nah. Queens
Yeah, it is.
to Philly,
No,
honey.
Sorry, it's an hour and a half from here. Like
I was
I
gonna
guess
say,
add
like,
another
we're.
half hour.
I was gonna say, like, we're in Staten Island. It's like you have to understand we have to go to Queens, Jamaica, Queens.
Okay,
through
so,
the
like,
BQE and the belt. Like
2
no.
hours, like 2 hours. But they are some of the rowdiest games going. I'm not even kidding. Like,
Well, you obviously saw like from the picture that I showed you, but for those who are just listening to like the audio version of this podcast rather than actually watching it, it's literally Mr. Met sitting with a pipe in his mouth on a fireplace with the Phillies mascot skinned as his rug, like how a bear skin would be your rug. That's literally the photo that I was showing. But as you could tell just from that graphic, yeah, it's a really giant rivalry. Probably one of the best in my opinion.
it might
I'm biased.
arguably be the best. Because, no, I feel like Yankee Sox is great because it's generational at this point, but also like, I don't know, we only really hate each other when we play them at this point. Like, I've gone to a Red Sox Yankee game at Fenway and it was the best experience of my life. I had a great time.
Did you have like any arguments with anybody? Like, I know you're not like the
No.
confrontational type when you go to the games, but like, did any fan
Yes, I
ever come
am.
out to be like, "Fuck the Yankees"? No, not you. Want to go out your way and like start a fight with another
I
fan?
could go
unless
out of
someone
my
came to you
way.
first, right?
Well, so here's the thing. I got into an altercation in Baltimore.
That makes so much sense.
And I
It's
was like,
Baltimore.
but the Orioles, like, you guys are not our rivalry.
You're irrelevant, honestly.
Distinctly that. And this lady literally dragged me back as I was walking. I was by myself. I was walking to my parents. And she grabbed me by the arm and she pulled me back to start talking to me. I'm like, if you don't let go of me, I'm swinging.
When did this
basically,
happen?
Mistake number 1: putting your hands on Ashley.
Yeah. The only
When
time you
the
should put your
hell
hands
did
on
that
Ashley is to
happen?
give her a hug.
Not last year, the year before. I can't believe I've never told you this story.
Yeah, that's why I'm like dumbfounded right now that you never actually brought that up.
Literally grabbed me by the arm and like pulled me back to her and started talking and being obnoxious, drunk Baltimore fan. And I'm really like, if you don't take your hands off of me, I'm fucking. And she was like, ha. I'm like, no, like I'm not joking. Like fucking let go. And then she like realized
What?
I wasn't joking, and she did, and I continued walking.
That's crazy.
Well then, shit.
But
I wanna
Fenway,
see that. Sorry.
we were surrounded by Sox fans, and it was my birthday. Literally, like on my birthday in Fenway, I had little 29 balloons for my birthday.
That's so
So
cute.
we had Sox fans in front of us who took my balloons, and he's like screaming in Spanish at our bullpen. It's her birthday. Give her a ball. Like screaming, waving these little balloons. We had a blast in Fenway.
Not waving the
Which is why-
balloons.
Oh my god, it was so funny. We had a
love
blast in Fenway. There was no rivalry there. Like we jested with them, and that was about it. Like there was chirping, there was fun, kind of like how me and Sam are when sports happen. But it wasn't like nasty, and there was no fighting.
Yeah.
Mhm. I feel like the younger generations are really good about not like resorting to violence, and they're just like joking all the time. For some,
Yes and
sports.
no. I was like,
I
yes
was
and
gonna
no.
say, there's obviously like the pick of the patch. I don't know what the fucking saying is. Where like you're like, wow, you're fucking obnoxious, and I want to punch you in the face. But then there's also where it's like, oh my god, like I don't like your team, but I'm having such a good time, like doing this with you.
There are certain. I feel like if you're just a bad team with good vibes, like great.
Yeah.
But then there's teams like the Dodgers who literally had fans beating up Padres fans.
That's wild.
during The postseason last year, like there was fights at almost every game last postseason.
That's crazy.
We
Yeah,
are
no.
obnoxious, and we don't even do that. I'm like,
I
I know
will
the Yankees
say-
are obnoxious.
See, but also another, like, when it comes to, like, I don't want to say it's a rivalry, but in recent months, especially with the whole Soto trade and stuff like that, Yankees and Mets have turned into, like, a bigger rival than they have been in recent years.
It's definitely always just been like, haha, little brother. It turned into something. I'm very curious to see a Subway Series this year. It's bound to be good.
I am too. And, like, even Yankees fans are going to their games now with Soto's jerseys with the term sellout behind it.
Yeah.
So, like,
Um,
again, I get it, but
Give me a benches clearing, dugout clearing, bullpen clearing Subway Series brawl. Give it to me.
oh, I thought you were talking about, like, give me an example. I'll be like, okay, when Mike Piazza was hit with the ball and he just charged the mound because why not?
No, I don't.
I'll
want,
never
I don't want an
forget that.
example. I want to know what I want to happen at this Subway Series. I want a brawl.
Okay, but can we just not have Edwin Diaz on the mound, because I really can't afford this guy getting hurt on the mound again for the most like irrational thing that's not pitching.
Is he still
He
closing?
can have an escape helicopter come and pick him up.
Okay.
Be like,
So it just has to be before Edwin Diaz gets in.
So I would say like the sixth inning,
Prime
sixth
my
inning max.
Give me a brawl. Clearly, I like violence in sports, guys.
She's now talking about hockey brawls. Like, yeah, like we love to see the fights. Give me a bench clearing in baseball. I'm like, well, it's been happening a lot more recently, honestly. I feel like
It has been, and it's fun. Make the sport fun.
I also think it's because pitchers were having difficulty controlling their pitches because of the pitch clock, and they had to like kind of rush through their motions, or they felt like they had to be rushed. you know? So like, so I don't know if that's like a cause of it, but
So
it's just
rushing, and when you're rushing, you tend to make mistakes, and you hit people quicker and easier, and it happens.
oh, but nothing was worse than like it was was it the World Series in 2015? No. I think so. Or no, it was like the Mets road to like the World Series when we had to hot on the team still and he was on shortstop or second base. I can't really remember, but that nasty slide cleat up that took him out and like broke his entire shin.
Ouch.
Yeah, ever since then we are not a fan at all. And I think it was the Royals. Actually, so that was the World Series then.
Ouch.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. So
It's
yeah.
a serious question.
Oh god.
Is baseball the sport where petty rivalries thrive the most because of its slow pace?
Agreed. Yes. Absolutely. Because people get bored. People just drink while they're there.
Yes.
And people just want some action. And the most action they're going to get is if they argue with another fan because that's all they're going to get on the field.
Real.
So, I'm going to hate myself for this one. Who has the most obnoxious fan base in baseball?
Phillies!
Oh, wow. I thought you were
Phillies.
going to say the Yankees.
No, see, the Yankees I just think are petty. I don't think they're obnoxious because I think it's like the little brother big brother rivalry and it's always been a thing. But I don't think it's annoying because I go back at them at the same time. So it's like,
Which is fair. The Phillies definitely have a really bad rep for throwing beer at people.
yeah,
The Yankees just like to do the 27 rings thing, and I'm a Yankees fan. It kind of drives me nuts because the last time we saw one was in 2009. Half of you weren't even alive for that.
not half of you weren't alive.
I was gonna say I was
sorry.
in second grade,
But that's my point. Like,
third grade. I don't know.
Oh.
that age group is not remembering the last World Series we have to be screaming 27 rings.
Guys, I don't remember the World Series the Mets had because it was way before my time in 1986. So let's be real. 10 years before my time.
Oh my god! Like my parents hadn't even turned 18 at that point.
That's wild. Yeah, no.
Like
but
they were literally middle schoolers.
I told you that all of my picks are going to be Philly fans, and I think that's just like the New York nature in me and like the rivalry teams that are my team picks. So
Fair enough.
Okay. So we have one more sport to touch before we get to do our fun little Devs Rags ending.
Basketball.
Woo!
they're playing basketball.
Aren't you guys
All around
so
the
proud
world.
of me for knowing that song? Do you want to know why I know it?
Is it because of the movie?
Space
Like,
Jam.
oh,
Like
I
Mike?
was
Oh,
gonna say
Space
like
Jam.
Mike.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they played it very briefly in Space Jam. You know, the one with like
Yes.
the Looney Tunes characters.
I was gonna say, but no,
Do you
because
know
like
that
Mike
was my
didn't
first
happen.
introduction to basketball.
Wait, did like Mike happen during the time of Space Jam with Michael Jordan?
I'm
What are
looking
the
it
year?
up right
I was
now.
saying, what are the year differences?
Hold on.
Like Mike came out in 2002.
Okay,
Oh,
and
I
when
think
did
Space Jam
the
came out
Space Jam
before.
happen?
Space Jam movie
Wasn't it like
came
98
out
or something?
1996.
Yeah, so
96.
it
Let's say it was
I
early
mean,
90s.
So there's no
Or
way.
mid 90s.
That's crazy. That was my jam. I want to
I'm
watch
going.
it.
I'm now
It's
going
on
to the
Netflix.
soundtrack.
Guys, I'm watching Space Jam tonight.
I love Space Jam.
As you should.
Can
love
we
Space-
have
not
a
the one with
movie
LeBron
I
James.
night
talked my
watch
mom into
it?
watching Barbie.
Barbie.
That's where we're at over here.
Catherine, FaceTime me. We're gonna have a movie date. We're watching Space Jam together while I pack.
Yes.
But yeah, so basketball, ball is life.
Yeah.
Are we starting NBA? Or
My name is Troy. I got
Yeah.
basketball tomorrow. I'm point guard. I got shooting.
So we'll do the NBA and then we'll go into like the college Final Four stuff because there's really no rivalry in the March Madness with the men's side because the men's is just
boring.
yeah. So the women's is just very straightforward at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll end with that one because it's like very short and sweet.
Okay.
like Sabrina Carpenter.
Knicks Nets. Knicks Nets.
Next net.
Do we consider that a rivalry? Because I feel like the Nets are just I forget the Nets are in Brooklyn. Like they're
Well, that's
25
the
minutes
Nets
away.
suck. The Nets suck right now. If we're being
That's real.
honest.
Like, I just don't see. Like, I don't even know if they have a fan base anymore. Do they even sell out their like Barclays?
Maybe
I'm a
they're
Nets
part of
fan, guys. That's
the group
crazy.
that
Like,
pays their
Ash, when was
fans.
the last time you went to a Nets game? In all
Oh, God.
honesty,
A few years ago.
okay, yeah, point proven.
But I also just don't. I don't follow the NBA like that.
I mean,
I
I don't
think
either because
that-
I truly can't stand the NBA.
When they were Jersey, they were better. I liked them better in Jersey. I was a
Oh, and
Vince
they were
Carter kid. I was
Prudential.
a Jason Kidd kid. I love them.
I mean, I played on that court. I think that was when the Izod Center was a thing. That's when they played in the
Yes.
Izod. And then I think that's
The
what became the
Izod
Prudential
Center.
Center. Yeah.
Was it a different name before that?
No, I think it was the Izod. I think it's IZOD.
OD.
Sure.
My knee cracked right there.
Yo, if I squat down and I put the microphone near my knees, I will snap like a glow stick.
Mood.
There was
The 30s are coming in quick.
No, Izod Center was Meadowland Arena.
The Izod was MetLife.
Yeah, no, there was an arena there.
Why don't I remember that? I was also like really young, so I do not remember where the fuck it was
Yeah,
located.
no. So they played at the because it's the same thing with the Devils. The Devils played at the Meadowlands before they moved to Prudential.
Interesting. I really thought the Izod was Prudential this whole fucking time. Crazy.
No,
Crazy. But anyway, continuing on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the Nets is like I just don't see it being like a rivalry game, mainly because I just don't know any Nets fans besides you, Ash. Like, I'm being serious. Like, sure, I could have considered myself a Nets fan when Jason Kidd was on the team, but at the same time, I think I only watched it because of him. I don't like
him and Vince Carter.
Yeah, but even then, like, Vince Carter's known for him being on Toronto, not the Nets.
Yes!
I know.
Go Toronto!
I know, but
Sorry.
him and Vince Carter, those are my two. They're the reason I'm a Nets fan.
See, oh, and actually really funny when we get to the point of like talking about like who do we think is the most like annoying fan base in NBA, I can't say a Philly team because the 76ers also irrelevant in my life.
They are so irrelevant.
I just
They are
don't like
very
Joel
irrelevant.
Embiid. So
Real.
So, who is the most annoying fan base to you?
Golden State
State.
Warriors.
Oh!
Real.
Yeah!
I think it was during the time when like they were going on that run of winning the championships like back to back to back and like making all these appearances, and then you had all of these
They are
like
so
fans.
insufferable.
They were like having all these fans be like, "Our team's going again. Your team ain't shit." Blah blah blah. Like Steph Curry. That's when he came up with all of these shoes.
Fuck
Don't get me
Steph
wrong.
Curry.
I have no problem with Steph Curry, mainly because like he is an incredible shooter. Like this kid can
He's-
close his eyes and just.
He's an incredible player. He's got talent, but his attitude drives me bonkers.
We can't talk about attitude because I can get into everything. He's
I'm
he is
sure.
he can have cocky moments, but he's a player that deserves that cocky moment here and there.
I understand that.
Sure.
There
But
are
that
certain
is-
players that are like too humble sometimes, and I'm like, bitch, talk
Yeah,
your
no,
shit.
he ain't one of them.
Like embrace your talent,
Talk your
but
shit.
like there are people who I'm sitting here, I'm just like, why? I just don't like you. But then
Me at
you can
LeBron
have you
James.
can be like
Me
you
at
can
LeBron
be
James.
cocky.
I hate
You can-
LeBron James.
There's like a level of cockiness that's like tolerable, but then you get to LeBron James level, and I just want to kill somebody.
LeBron
So, like,
James could,
yeah.
could literally
yeah.
never play for the Lakers again, and I would be so happy.
But if we do want to talk about a rival, the
retire.
Celtics
I
Lakers
don't-
is
Him ever
Please
again.
retire.
please retire.
Please
Like-
retire. We're begging.
You already got
If
your
you're
year with your
for a
son.
little bit.
Retire.
Wait,
You already got the year with your son.
didn't LeBron James act in the Space Jam remake?
Yes.
The
And I
second one,
refuse
second
to
one.
watch
I have
it.
not watched
I
it.
I
I
haven't
refuse
watched
to
it
watch
either.
it.
I'm not going
I haven't
to.
watched it either.
You can't outdo the doer.
No.
That's Michael fucking Jordan.
Leave
But
it alone.
that's
Fuck
but
yeah.
that's what people compare Jordan and James. Another rivalry, but because that's a fan base. You have Jordan fans and you have LeBron fans.
I was about to say, did LeBron get a shoe? He probably did. I don't fucking pay
Yes,
attention.
LeBron has shoes.
Yes, he
I'm not
does.
gonna lie. When I was in 8th grade and I
A lot of
played
players have shoes
basketball,
now,
I
though.
think I owned socks that were like LeBron James socks.
A lot of players have like shoe lines and stuff. I'm pretty sure my basketball shoes now are
Oh,
Kyrie's.
Kobe's. Ugh.
They're Kyrie's, I think.
Kobe's.
But
Now I want to know what the name of the socks were.
you want to know what's like
They were like
crazy?
Nike Elites.
But you can get like
Oh, I love my.
are they
I still have.
Lamellos?
I fucked that shit up all the time. I was wearing them constantly.
I still have my elites from when I played college. I have the breast cancer ones, I have the galaxy ones, and I have people going to me. They're like, "Where do you find?" It's like you can't find these anywhere anymore. I go, I'm never getting rid of these.
That's so real.
I mean, obviously, I didn't keep mine because they were from when I was in 8th grade. So I was 13 years old. And I don't have them anymore because I haven't played basketball since. But
But like
I had
so-
I had a pair of maroon and white, like it was solid maroon, like with the white like dots. Oh, those are my favorite.
But
I
like,
wore,
here's
I
a-
wore those to a fucking school dance once.
That's great. I love it.
Okay, in my defense, it was one of those like random fucking winter formals, and I had basketball practice earlier, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm showing up in sweatpants, moccasins, Nike Elites, and a fucking long sleeve compression shirt."
That's so real.
That's
You're
a
real.
vibe.
Everyone was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're here," and I'm like, "Yeah, I wouldn't miss it."
You're
But-
real.
Me.
I'm gonna ask this question really quickly because since we're on the topic of like Jordan and James right now, do you agree with the statement of you cannot compare generations? Because the
I do
Jordan
believe in
era
that
and
statement.
his generation is more competitive, more defensive, and
He wasn't a
more-
crybaby.
duh. That's
Period.
the obvious answer. But like now everything is all offensive. All is like you score 130 something points per game, whereas like
But that's literally it. Like, it's just running back and forth on a court. There's no defense. There's nothing exciting. And it's not what it was 20 years ago. It's not what it was 10 years ago.
no. And I feel like I understand that James scored more points than Jordan. I understand that. But eras.
Jordan's still better.
The Jordan era is not the LeBron James era because LeBron James now is in an era of just scorers. Hence, Steph Curry, 40,000 3-pointers.
That's a lot.
Not 3-pointers. Is it like points on 3-pointers or 40,000 3-pointers?
Probably.
I forgot-
points on 3-pointers.
I forgot what the statistic was, but it was like 40,000, something like that. But he just got that recently.
Let's Google it.
And I'm just like, it's for scoring. That's the difference. The game evolved into a more offensive game than defensive.
4,000
scored.
career 3-pointers.
Oh, 4,000. I try to give him a little benefit of the doubt. 40.
I was
my
gonna say
God.
that's a lot.
Let's retract
Here's
let's
an extra
retract that
zero.
statement. Let's
Let's
retract that
that.
statement, and it's going to be 4,000. 4,000. I knew I had a 4 in there, guys, because I don't watch the NBA
You were
that much
close.
anymore.
You were close.
Whatever. But even then, like generational, I repeat, offensive versus defensive, where it's like competitive, not as competitive.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree with that.
drop mic.
Not Mike. Hot take. There's our hot take for the episode.
Oh, you want to know what a hot take I saw on Twitter earlier, bro?
Woohoo! Let's hear it.
Someone's interviewing like this kid. Yeah, he can't be older than 20 or younger than 18. This guy goes, "All right, who is the most overrated basketball player?" And I was thinking, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Ben Simmons, or whoever else that's currently in the NBA. Guess who he said? Just
Bryant.
no, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant's not overrated. Excuse me?
Terrible.
You
hot
take his
take.
name out of your mouth.
I would literally fight a child for saying that. I'm sorry.
This kid
Yeah.
was getting ripped in the comments, and I really wish I saved this video because I kid you not, I was done. I had to rewind it to make sure he actually said Kobe.
There's no
That's
way that Kobe
literally
was an actual, like, legitimate response to that question. I'm sorry. No.
He 1000%. It was like literally outside of a game. I don't know what game it was. I don't know what the fuck he was wearing. He was wearing a jersey, but he literally goes, "I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but Kobe."
Kobe's
Yeah,
not
so,
overrated.
like,
You're
if
overrated.
you know you're
Thank
gonna
you very
get hate
much.
for it, don't fucking say it. It's that easy.
Kobe's not overrated. You are. Thank you. Next.
Yeah, period.
Thank you. Next.
So it is Wednesday. We play a fun rivalry.
She says fun rivalry.
It's fun.
I'm not
The
calling this
Hudson
one.
Hill- The Hudson River rivalry
Hudson.
on Saturday. So we're here for some hot takes, some predictions, maybe. Yeah. So the nickname is literally the Hudson River rivalry because the only thing that divides us is the Hudson River.
Literally.
Yeah, no, literally.
Gross.
It's a very I don't know why I'm a Devils. Well, I do know why I'm a Devils fan. I'm from New York, so it's a very New Jersey, New York mentality, and this is one team that I'm like, I don't want to be a Ranger fan. I'm gonna be a Devils fan, like my dad.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be an Islanders fan.
Real.
You want a fun fact? My father was an Islanders fan until they moved. Until the Devils moved from Colorado to Jersey, he was an Islanders fan because he refused to be a Rangers fan.
He said, "Fuck the Rangers."
He said, "I'm a hater
Dedicated.
to my core."
I am a
That is
Rangers hater.
decades worth of dedication right there.
And then when the Devils moved to Jersey, he was like, "Nope, I'm a Devils fan. Like that's my team now."
He said,
Love
"I'm a
it.
New
I mean,
York hater."
Yeah, straight up.
Anti New York, but I'm in New York. I'm a New York.
Newark.
Can I be put down?
Let me put down. I can't.
Can I be put down?
Okay.
But I just I was curious when I knew this episode was like happening because we spoke about it, and I was curious to know like what the all-time series was, like the records. The Rangers hold a better record after 279 meetings. The Devils have the record of 112 to 122, 27, and I don't know what the 13 is. I'm assuming the 13 would be like overtime type stuff. Yeah, I guess.
One of them was from this season.
So
See, I have no hope for the Rangers this season, especially because I call it the President's Cup curse. And everyone calls it that. Like every time who wins the President's Cup just has like they lose the Stanley Cup and then they have a shitty year the next year. Like
That's like I'm hoping that the Capitals have to go through the President's Cup curse.
Dude, Ovechkin is 5 goals away. We just said before that they break ankles and they play for a game.
He's gonna injure himself, but he's still gonna play.
Oh yeah, he will.
He's probably injured right now.
Probably.
I respect him for this, but I really don't want the record to be broken.
Yeah, because
he's not retiring next year, so he's gonna get it regardless.
He's the greatest. Shut the fuk up.
He's not the greatest though. He just
Does he
more.
have
That's
any
another
inspiring
generational thing.
quotes?
Actually, can we just look it up? Be like inspiring Ovechkin quotes.
I want to go last. I want the car.
Let's see if there are any.
But yeah, but
he
like
probably has like the stupidest fucking quotes ever. And then there's fucking Wayne Gretzky, right? He's the one that says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
He says oh wait, hold on.
I was about to say
I mean, he's got some good ones.
See, you want to know something so funny? If I was a hockey player and I was like, ugh, they're gonna use my words and make a great quote, I'd be like, every goal is a goal.
Listen to this one. To be honest, I don't remember what happened in 95, 96, and 97. It was hard years. My memory is deleting. Same.
I mean, I don't see Ovechkin's quote being used in a show called The Office, but Michael Scott taking. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Michael Scott. I want to go back to the records really quick. The last 20 meetings, and this includes January 9th, 2025. The Rangers are still 10-9-1 with the Devils. So
Okay.
Sorry. When was
the last
time they won the cup?
the last time we won the cup, I couldn't fucking tell you.
1994. Next question.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say because
No, I'm being so serious. Again, I'm part of a fan base that hasn't won a major championship before I was born. Okay, I was born in '96.
Tough.
The Mets,
That's rough.
10 years before. The Rangers, 2 years before. The Jets, let's not get started on that because we won Super Bowl
Let's not get
2
started.
or 3. It was a single digit.
She is used to disappointment.
I live in a disappointing life.
Oh, girl, me too.
So this
Felt
season
that.
hasn't been
Okay.
anything different.
So Rangers
Sorry.
Devils, 4-game series.
Mhm.
We being the Devils lead 2-1.
Yeah, and you guys are going to win the series this year because we just can't do shit.
I don't know. I'd like to be like, yeah, I'm so confident in us winning.
Wait, hold on. We play
See,
at home,
I
right?
was confident in us winning in the third game, and then shit
We're
hit the
home.
fan.
We're home this weekend, right? That game, right?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
Oh
home
yeah, the
that
Rangers
weekend,
are
I
winning.
was gonna go to that game,
See?
but that's my brother's birthday, so I can.
We can't play on home ice.
I will be there with Gage.
Gage
hope
is
you have
secretly
so
a
much
Devils fan,
fun.
so it's fine.
But
Gage is
Isn't it
secretly
a
a Devils fan.
12:30 game?
It is a 12:30 game.
Ew.
So odd. For a fucking Saturday? What is this?
Rangers are 27th in power play. We are 4th.
you know what's crazy?
Trust
You
that.
know what's crazy? We were the opposite. We were the leading teams in power plays last year. Like,
Penalty
and now we
kills. We're
suck.
5th and you're 6th, respectively.
For what? You
Both
said
of
you
our
broke up.
penalty kills are penalty kill.
Oh, well, that's good that we have something there. But regardless of the fact, you guys are still 4th in getting the power plays.
You're 3rd in face-off percentage.
You mean to tell me that frickin' Trocheck is actually doing good in face-off percentages? I highly doubt it.
Apparently, you are 3rd in the league right now in face-off percentage.
I don't, because every time I watch like the live stats or I watch a game when I'm at work, it says like the other team wins face-off, and I see like the most random Vincent Trocheck wins face-off. I go, that's like 3 after
No,
3.
he knew
little-
how to do that.
He was good last year, but like I said, this year, man, I don't know what the hell's going on. We're not gelling, we're not molding, we're not doing something's missing. We even have Rempe playing. Don't even know.
I thought he was injured.
You know, now he's injured, but like he was
I was
playing
gonna say,
throughout the year and stuff like that.
like
'Cause, like,
Disneyland with his family
we-
the other day?
We put him down, like we took him off the official roster, and then we brought him back up, and then we started doing good again, and then he got hurt, and then it's like, yeah, like when he plays, everyone gets so excited. They're like Rempe, like you know how they do like the Igor chant. They do the same thing for Rempe. They
Really?
just want him to fight. Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, Rempe was part of that fight when all 5 people on the ice dropped the gloves. He was the reason why that fight started.
He was the
McDermott started
reason
it.
for that fight.
What?
He was the reason for that fight.
1000% was the reason for that fight because the other person he was fighting wanted the fight.
McDermott. I don't know what the fight
So-
was.
Aw, we love him. Our full
do.
circle player.
Full circle, poetic justice.
Poetic justice.
The real ones know.
The real ones do know.
Fan tension. We think it's
Ooh.
going to be a very heated game. I really don't like going to Devil Ranger games at Prudential because all of people sell their tickets to Ranger fans because it's cheaper than going to MSG.
Mhm.
Yeah,
it's
because I try to
lucky.
find it.
Off of it.
I try to freaking go to an MSG game like 30 times this year, and I'm not paying over $200 a ticket to sit in the fucking corner where I can't see the corner of the ice. I'm sorry.
You could literally pay that for a glass seat at Prudential.
I literally paid
That's phenomenal.
$250 for the glass seat against Vancouver.
Yeah,
and that
no,
came with
like
fucking like all you can eat fucking food and soft drinks. And
Yeah, no.
dessert.
Their lounge food is so good.
Oh my god. Yeah.
like
I mean, I didn't really
yeah.
eat much of it, but I was just like bringing it back for everyone else. I had like a fucking soft pretzel in my hand at one point, and I was like, "Who's gonna eat this?"
But another thing with like what's really good with like when it goes to Prudential, You guys love to do the mocking Igor chant. I don't know if he's in the net though. I don't know. I have to see, but most likely it will be Igor.
We do mock Igor. I hate our Ranger suck chant. Like, I'm never gonna be like funny. Like,
I won't lie, I do go along with it. I don't like yell it, but like when I hear the like right, I'm like, oh, they're about to say it, and then I kind of just like
Ranger
turn to whoever I'm
suck.
sitting with. Flyer swallow.
Flyer swallow. Crosby watches. Like, I don't know. I get it. It's
Wait,
tradition.
Crosby watches?
Yeah,
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that.
That's the line. It's Ranger suck.
Oh,
Flyer swallow.
well, now I
Crosby
want to say
watches.
it.
That's crazy.
I just want to say it once.
I say it every time it happens because I'm there, so I say it. But I'm like, I think I was more annoyed
I
last
have
year.
to preface this right now. If Luke Hughes scores on Saturday, I will be killing myself. Because I planned on going to this game for so long with my coworker, and then I was like, it's my brother's birthday. Like, I really have to do something with him. Like,
Can we talk about the fact for a second? Just 1 second. Okay, I feel you on that because not only did I miss the first Nico Hattie, I missed the second one yesterday too. I literally pretended to throw myself out the window of the casino I was in. I was like, "Are you
Not
joking?"
the casino.
It was funny.
I was walking to
Ashley
the
called
OLG
me
stage
last
and I was
night.
like, "Goodbye." Goodbye.
She was like, "This is my formal apology for every single time Luke has ever done anything, and you haven't been able to see it." She was like,
I
that
literally
sucks.
was losing my mind. My friend had texted me and said, "I hate to tell you this, but Nico got a Hattie," and I was like, "Motherfucker!"
Yeah.
I was so pissed.
I got the note.
Oh my god. Like they hate us.
Because they ain't us. Sorry. It's very relevant to this episode right now. But like, fan bases hate us because they ain't us. Straight up. That's
Yeah.
all Philly's
You
fan
wish
bases
you
do
were
right now.
Anyway,
Any Philly fan that listens to us will
Philadelphia.
be saying that. So, moral of the story is fuck Philly.
Real.
Wait, before we end it, who's anytime goal scorers, anytime point sheet show up players
And in
Nico.
Saturday's game,
on the game? Yeah, both teams. Let's hear
Timo.
it.
Oh wait, no, it's not gonna be March
It's
anymore.
not gonna be March anymore. Dawson's been on a hot streak though.
Yeah,
Dawson, yeah.
the dog.
Man, is it
the
crazy that I
dog.
couldn't even tell you because our scoring has been so inconsistent besides JT Miller getting lucky?
Every
JT
part of me wants
Miller?
to say Jack Hughes because he owns the Rangers and he's not playing.
Yeah.
Panarin's been playing well.
Wasn't gonna
again.
drink tonight, but I'm
Yeah, Panarin actually woke up with his head out of his ass.
He did. I think Panarin scores for you guys, or I think Panarin gets an assist at least.
Well, he's gotten assists throughout like the year. Like he's been doing what he's been doing, but he's not been consistent with it at all. Like none of our scorers have been.
In this game specifically.
The Devils.
But I'm just
kinda
saying in
watched
general.
Panarin and JT Miller for sure.
And definitely JT Miller because he's the only one that's really been consistent with scoring. I will literally say, like the other day, he got so lucky with his rebound goal.
Kreider scores against us a lot too, so I'm putting Kreider.
Yes,
as
Kreider does.
Kreider's on that score sheet somewhere.
And she's gonna hate her life if Kreider scores.
I'm gonna throw
Can you
myself.
punch him in the face for me?
Yes,
Thanks.
after the game. I'm gonna throw myself off of the concourse.
See, I can't say Laffy. I can't see Zibanejad. Like I really can only see. Maybe Fox.
Maybe
I guess.
he's been okay. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you JT Miller. I'm gonna give you Kreider, and I'm gonna give you Panarin. Those are my three for you guys.
I want to say, I
those three.
really
Those are
want to
good
say
three.
Panarin because Panarin has been like clutch in like previous years, but this year he hasn't been anything special in my opinion.
Those are my three for you guys on Saturday. And then for us, I'm going Dawson. I'm going
I think
Nico.
Nico coming off the Hattie, he's gonna.
I'm
be
going
on the
Nico.
score sheet.
Staying hot.
Yes.
So Dawson, Nico, Nolan, can you score a goal for me, please?
I knew that was coming.
Please.
Luke, for all that is for the life of you, please don't score one.
Luke,
I'm
don't
like,
score a goal.
literally wait until next Tuesday to score, please. Because I will be there.
Luke,
be
no
there,
goal.
but don't score on
Nolan,
Saturday.
score, please.
So we said Nico, Dawson. Honestly, I wouldn't be fucking surprised if we get an Andre Palat goal. I'm just saying it right now.
I can see it.
Like
I can see that.
he like weasels his way into the score sheet at the randomest fucking times. It's especially when people start to doubt him, then he's like, "Oh, I'm back, motherfuckers."
And Cotter.
Gold.
Cotter.
Oh, Cotter 100%.
I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Cotter.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
That's all I got for this, though.
Yeah.
I wanna
we're-
see Curtis
we're
Lazar on the
fighting
point
him,
sheet.
I'm literally buying a lottery ticket. Anyways.
I'm literally buying a lottery ticket.
Devils win 5-3.
I hope so.
I fucking hope so.
I'm
See,
begging.
I
Not
want it
gonna
to be a
happen,
I
but-
want it to be a closer game where it's like a 3-2 or a 2-1 situation. I don't want to watch a
I
5-goal
don't.
game.
I like
No.
high scoring games. 5-4. How about 5-4? Would you be happy with 5-4?
Yeah, because then it keeps things interesting. But I want it like the only reason why is like this is the way I am. I don't like high scoring games because I personally don't think there's no intensity behind it.
Yes and no. Sometimes there's more intensity in high scoring games.
Well, that's like more hockey based because hockey's always intense, like is a very hot, fast paced and high intense game. So it
Mhm.
makes a lot of sense when it comes to this sport. But I don't know. I think that's just like the fan in me, like whether it be the Rangers or watching like a Mets game, I would rather a low scoring game because I feel like I'm on the edge of my seat, like, all right, we gotta score, we gotta score. We need one more, we need one more. Like, you know?
That's valid. I get that.
Yeah. I'm feeling 5-3 though.
I'll
and
go
I'm
with
feeling-
I support the 5-3 notion.
I'm feeling 4-3 with an empty net goal in the last to make it 5-3. is
Yeah.
really what
see,
I'm feeling.
I can attest to that. I'll say 4-3. I'll be doing that with the empty net goal, but I hope the Rangers aren't the one with the empty net.
Devils don't disappoint us.
Please.
Please,
I'm
please.
begging.
Devils
I'm just
don't
one
disappoint us.
girl. Rangers, I don't know. I'm just here for a
Yeah.
good time and good vibes. Just give me good vibes.
You can
Real.
give her good vibes, but I want the Devils to give us joy.
Yes, please. I need
I'm
joy.
so tired of being sad.
Please let us win.
I mean, my entire life is sad because of my choice in teams. So
Me too.
I've only got the one, so
yeah.
On that note.
okay.
So thank you guys for watching. And whether it's blood on the ice or beer spilled in the stands, sports rivalries bring out the best and the worst in fans. And with the Devils Rangers game coming up, we might just see both.
Go Devils.
Don't forget don't forget to like, subscribe, save, download, rate, and comment.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Heart hands.
Oh wait. Okay, wait. Gen Z heart.
Oh, the Gen Z heart.
Make my hands hurt.
Okay, bye.